celebrity capital of the world, it's Hollywood Square, starring Eric Roberts, Teri Garr, Mull, Dyan, our classic comedy square, Crosby, Jeffrey, Tambor, Aisha, Lindsay, Wagner, and this week's center square, Howie, Mandel.
We got the best and most players from coast to coast, and I don't want to boast, it's Hollywood Square.
And your host, Bergeron.
Thank you, Jeffrey. Welcome to our Friday show. Where does the time go here on Hollywood Squares? Let's give it up one more time for our center square this week, Howie Mandel.
It's over. It's over. It's over. I'm
Really?
sad. I have to go and do real work. I don't know if you noticed. I shaved my head. I'm doing Broadway now. I'm going to do The Jew and I.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes.
Oh,
A scene from The Jew and I. I'll take a half a pound of that. I'll take a quarter pound of that, etc., etc., etc.
All right. We want to welcome back our returning champion, day 3, right? Michael Stokel is here with $27,249. Welcome back, Michael.
Thank you.
And here in the circle position, we welcome Stacy Green. Hi, Stacy. How are you? Welcome to the show. It is tic-tac-toe. You guys have to decide if the answers the stars are giving are correct or they're just trying to smoke you. That's how you get the squares. First game is worth $1,000, and Stacy is the challenger. You get to start.
I like to go with Jeffrey Tambor.
Jeffrey Tambor! What product has been clocked leaving its container at an average rate of 25 miles per year?
Wow.
It's tough.
Mustard.
All right.
I disagree.
Heinz ketchup out of the bottle. Real slow. Racket on the 57. Circle gets it. Michael.
Howie Mandel, please.
Howie Mandel is at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas this week. Howie, you're home alone. You find yourself choking. Can you give yourself the Heimlich maneuver?
I've given myself a hickey, so I don't know why. You know, I actually dated the Heimlich. The Heimlich is named after a doctor, Dr. Heimlich,
Sure, yeah.
who came up with that procedure.
Yeah.
And I took his daughter to my prom.
Really?
I did, and she was a wonderful girl, but at slow dancing, she was always behind me. Just parents were flying, and it was just. Yes, you can. You can. You can. You should put your thumb. You should. Like that.
I agree.
You can. Another way, lean on a chair just above your belly button and do the thing. Yes, that'll work. X gets it. Good to know. Stacy? Dyan Cannon, the first woman in Academy history to be nominated for an Oscar both in front of and behind the camera. Dyan finished the title of this popular John le Carré novel, Tinker, Tailor, Soldier, what?
Spy, thief, spy.
Spy.
I agree.
That is right. Spy. Right. Circle gets it. All right, Michael.
Norm Crosby for the block.
Norm Crosby. According to legend, Norm actress Norma Talmadge started a Hollywood tradition when she became the first to step on what?
Stepped on a sound stage. That's what I think.
First actress to step on a soundstage.
Wow.
I disagree.
No, to step in cement at Grauman's Chinese Theater. X gets the block. Stacy.
Eric Roberts for the black.
Eric Roberts from Less Than Perfect on ABC. Eric, anyone who watches those coroner TV shows knows that this phrase is Latin for after death. What is it?
Over 40.
Yeah, in this town.
After death. I think it's habeas corpus.
Okay.
I agree.
Post-mortem. Yeah. Post-mortem it is. Can't give you that one, Michael.
Eric Roberts for the win.
For the win and $1,000. Congress has passed a bill naming the main one of these in Hoboken, New Jersey, after Frank Sinatra. The main what?
Outdoor theater.
Okay.
I disagree.
Post office. The main post office. Woo! X gets it. And the win for $1,000. All right. We're going to play a secret square game. It's worth $1,000, but the secret square is worth more, and Jeffrey Tambor will tell you what it is.
You gotta know when to hold 'em when you take a trip to Las Vegas. You and a guest will spend 5 days in exciting Las Vegas, courtesy of OneTravel.com. Plus, see a performance of the hit musical Mamma Mia at Mandalay Bay. A trip worth $2,508.
You know, can I just mention one of my favorite things about Jeffrey Tambor being the voice of Hollywood Squares is watching him react to being the voice of Hollywood Squares. Let's show you who the secret square is.
I did that one, too. That was me.
You did that voice as well.
As well.
All right, Michael, you won the first game. You start this one.
Howie Mandel, please.
All right, Howie. Speaking of Vegas, Howie, Thomas Edison claims that after he taught his second wife this form of communication, they got along better than ever they ever could with the spoken word. What did he teach her?
You know, Thomas Edison is famous for the light bulb. He invented the light bulb. And he taught his wife to sit quietly in the dark because his wife was ugly. He get along better when you couldn't see her and hear her. He hated her. I think the truth, though, is they would write to each other. They would write letters, passionate letters, and that was a great form of communication.
I disagree.
No, Morse code. He taught her Morse code.
Dot,
They
dash.
tap out messages on each other's hand. Wow, there's a night you don't want to go out. X gets that one. We'll be back with more of this secret square game right after this.
I've known Teri since she was a very, very young girl, and I was considerably older. But we go back to the 70s on the Cher show. She's a dear, dear lady and a great actress. She's been right here with me all week, and I couldn't ask for anything more.
Promotional consideration furnished by the following.
Welcome back to Hollywood Squares. I've mentioned to you before that while you're watching commercials, sometimes our audience members are dancing to win Hollywood Squares t-shirts. This gentleman, I don't know if we can get a shot of him, but the gentleman over here just won a t-shirt. Growler, if you can get a shot, he's wearing Jimmy Carter's jogging outfit. That's the most amazing thing. I didn't know. There it is. Congratulations, sir. We're going to get back to our secret square game in a moment. Let's give our contestants a chance to say hi. Our returning champion, Michael Sokol. Remind us about yourself.
I'm originally from Phoenix, Arizona. I teach voice and direct opera at UCSB, and I was a part-time cantor at Temple Beth Israel.
Oh, very good. Good to have you back,
right.
Michael. And challenger Stacy Green, tell us about yourself.
I'm a software analyst and a part-time art dealer of African-American art. I'm from Fort Worth, Texas, and I'd like to say hello to my mother and father, Warwick and Loretta.
Very nice. All right. Good to have you here, Stacy. All right, we got a trip to Las Vegas up there somewhere. Stacy, it's your turn.
Eric Roberts.
Oh, it's right there, as a matter of fact. All right, Eric, for the trip to Vegas, here's a little picture to help you guys along. This group was a member of the British invasion of the 1960s. Is it the Dave Clark Five, the Animals, or Herman's Hermits?
It's Herman's Hermits.
For a trip to Vegas and the Square.
I agree.
He is right. Yes, Herman's Hermits. You got it. Circle gets it. All right, Michael.
Teri Garr.
Teri Garr. Okay, Teri. Woman's World magazine says this is the best time to cut flowers in the garden. When?
If it's not your garden, the best time would be between midnight and 5 a.m. But if it's, I think it's in the evening. In the evening, just after the sun goes down, where they're open.
I disagree.
Early morning. They're full of moisture. They'll stay fresh longer. X gets the square. Stacy.
Lindsay Wagner for the block.
Lindsay for the block. Lindsay, Richard Burton and Peter O'Toole were each nominated for 7 acting Oscars. What other Oscar distinction do they share?
Oh, I think they each won 2.
All right.
I disagree.
They never won at all. That's the most nominations without a win. Circle gets that one. Michael?
Jeffrey Tambor for the block.
Jeffrey for the block. All right. Jeffrey, who is the only president since Franklin Roosevelt who has not been named Time Magazine's Person of the Year?
Wow. I think it's the guy. He was often derided, and they made fun of him and everything like that. But I think it's Gerald Ford.
I agree.
It is Gerald Ford. Yeah, X gets the block. All right, Stacy.
I'll take Martin Mull for the block.
All right, Martin. Here we go. Martin, what are you watching if you see the Queen of the Fairies fall in love with an ass?
You're just setting me up here, aren't you, Tom? You're trying to get me to go there. Well, I'm not. I believe we're talking Shakespeare here. I think we're talking Midsummer's Night's Dream there, Stacy.
I disagree.
A Midsummer Night's Dream, yes. Can't give you that one, Michael. You'll have a shot at it when we come back on Hollywood Squares right after this.
He says he's really nice and likes it and everything, but he got me this job. He's taking all of my money from the job because he said, why don't you put Teri on the show? So I don't think it's very fair. He looks like Mr. Nice Guy, and he comes off like Mr. Swell, but he's really Martin the butthead. No.
Promotional consideration furnished by the following.
Squares H2. Next week, it's Game Show Week on this very game show, and our center square is the man who made this podium safe for all the rest of us. Peter Marshall is going to be in the center square next week, and we're going to try to convince him to take back the podium during one of the days next week as well. All right, Michael, I believe it was your turn.
Thank you, Martin Mull, for the win.
All right, Martin, for another $1,000. Legally speaking, how many people do you technically need to start a riot?
Well, in L.A., 12 jurors seems to do the trick. I don't know. Our house, we get there, and it's just the three of us. I think I'm going to go with 3.
3.
I disagree.
3. That's right. Circle gets it. Stacy, a break for you.
Aisha Tyler for the win.
Aisha for a tie game. She's starring in The Santa Claus 2 with Tim Allen in theaters now. Aisha, the Osbournes recently made its debut on Canadian television with one big difference from the American version. What's the difference?
Canadians. What would be the difference between American and Canadian?
Look at me.
Yes. Yes, you are actually. You play Ozzy Osbourne. Look at you. You're like half Ozzy yourself, right there.
I think it's the same show. It's just worth 40% less.
Yes, there you go. I think the difference is that they leave all the curse words in.
For a tie game.
I disagree.
They leave all the curse words in. That is correct. X gets that square. All right, Michael.
Dyan Cannon for the win.
Dyan for the win. Playing for her charity, God's Party, Dyan Cannon and you. Dyan, what movie blockbuster was advertised by the ad line, size does matter?
Chihuahuas rock. No. I think that was that other big animal, that Godzilla.
I agree.
It was Godzilla. X gets it. And the win for another $1,000. That means we are out of time. Stacy Green, we're going to give you $500 in that trip to Las Vegas. You won in the Secret Square. Thanks for being with us. But, Michael, you got $2,000. You're still our champion. Bonus round coming up. Yesterday, he was down to 2 keys, but he didn't pick the right one. Will he today? We'll find out when we come back. Stick around. Michael here. He's our champion. He came real close yesterday, didn't you? Down to 2 keys, as I was mentioning. $2,000 kept you as our champion. Let's look at all 9 of those keys. As you're only too aware, Michael, one of them and one only will start what, Jeffrey?
It's the new VW Beetle! The new Beetle has all the modern amenities with Volkswagen quality and engineering. Worth $22,340. All
right, good luck. Good luck. Up to now, we found out a bit about what the stars know. Here's where we find out how much you know about them. You know how it works. You pick a square. I read a statement about that star. If you agree or disagree correctly, you've won the square. At the end of 30 seconds, for every square you've won, we take away one of the bad keys, improving your odds of starting the car. 30 seconds on the clock, please, for Michael. It starts ticking when you pick your first star.
Martin Mull.
Martin wrote the movie Portrait of a White Marriage.
I agree.
Right, next.
Terry Garr.
Terry played a cousin on the Partridge Family.
I agree.
Wrong, next.
Norm Crosby.
Norm was the last performer on the Ed Sullivan Show.
I agree.
Wrong, next.
Dyan Cannon.
Dyan wrote a book on interpreting dreams.
I agree.
Wrong, next.
Howie Mandel.
Howie sponsors a Formula One race car.
I disagree.
Right, next.
Aisha Tyler.
Aisha has a black belt in karate.
I agree.
Wrong, next.
Eric Roberts.
Eric stars in a short film written and directed by Sandra Bullock.
I agree.
Right, next.
Lindsay Wagner.
Won an Emmy for Bionic Woman.
I disagree.
Wrong, next.
Jeffrey Tambor.
All right, almost ran the board. Let's go count some keys. Here we go, Michael. Okay. Don't be discouraged. You get a little help here because this is your 3rd day as champion, so we're going to take away 2 of the bad keys. And you got 3 right in 30 seconds. Let's take away 3 more. All right, one of those 4 will do it.
This is the one.
All right, good
This
enough.
is the one.
Go give it a start.
Okay, come on, green car.
Come on, green car. He carefully did not call the key honey today. Relationship here. Today, Michael, with the car and the cash, $24,340. And so far, $51,589. Hey, have a nice, restful weekend. We'll see you on Monday. Give Howie Mandel and our stars a hand for this week. A great week. On Monday, it is Game Show Week on Hollywood Squares, our center square. Peter Marshall, the original host of Hollywood Squares. Looking forward to it. I'm Tom Bergeron. See you then. Bye-bye.
This is Jeffrey Tambor, the voice of Hollywood Squares, saying so long. Promotional consideration furnished by the following.
My name is Carol, Amherst, New York. I really enjoy Hollywood Squares. I think it's a wonderful show. I wish it was a longer program than a half hour. I think that would be nice.
I'm from Jonesville, Virginia, and my name is Kelly. I love your show. It is so awesome. Thank you.
Hello there. My name is Lori. I live in Alfred Station, New York. I just wanted to say that the lighting that you use in your bonus round, that blue kind of lighting that you use, makes everybody look like they're death warmed over. I wonder who thought I want that one up. Okay, that's it. Thank you.
This is Bob from Rantoul, Illinois. The brand new Hollywood Squares is just great. The prizes are bigger, the stars are bigger, everything's bigger. Way to go, Hollywood Squares H2.